Meanwhile, at the Fairfield Rich Manor, Jan came in the kitchen and saw Jacob at the booth eating and went and sat with him. How was your Christmas charity? So far we're doing fine. So what's up? I think you may have a problem. What do you mean? It's about your son Wilma. What about it? Well, it seems you may not be the father at all. Meanwhile, in Michael's car, who was on his way to Jacob with Kristen in tow. You really think he'll hand your son to you? He better, or he'll suffer like Tina was. What makes you think he know? That's just it. I don't know him well enough, and I'm not going to take any chances. The fact is, I'm getting my son back today. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Will's sitting at Aaron's desk reading some papers. Till Jennifer came in and he saw, hey, I thought we might have some lunch together. Or maybe not. What does that mean? And as Will shouldered the papers. You want to tell me what the hell is going on? Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Rachel and Aaron came in and went to where Wilma and Julian is. Hold on. What's the meaning of this meeting? That vision we are having is getting stronger. So what you're saying what happened 10 years ago might happen. Not only it's going to happen, if we don't act quickly, it is going to wipe us off the face of the map. Meanwhile, someone is watching them from afar. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel, in Sean and Angela's room, Angela's lying in bed watching TV to someone knock on her door. And Angela got up and went and got the door. And it's Vince. What are you doing here? I need to talk to you. And as Vince came in and Angela closed the door. How did you find me? Come on, Angela. You're not a hard person to find. Fine. What is it? Sean will be here any moment. I'm not worried about that. Why? There's something I need to tell you. What is it? Vince, just tell me. All right. What I'm about to tell you is going to rock your world in ways you won't understand. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Lawrence finished putting cream in her chai tea and put the cap on her cup and went and sat at one of the tables and took out her laptop. Just as Paul came to where she is and she saw, seriously? Are you stalking me now? First of all, I didn't know you were going to be here. Second of all, I have to meet someone here. And third of all, it's not always about you. Yeah. Anyways, since I met you here, I was hoping we have nothing to say. Really. Is that why you dumped me for Jesse? I didn't dump you for Jesse. I told you, you and I were just casual. Wow. That must really hurt to me. The thing is, Paul, I never cared for you. Why? Is it the fact that I'm a Colin? Meanwhile, at their Fairfield Rich Manor in the kitchen, Jan and Jacob are talking. What on earth gave you that impression? Not that it's any of your business. Look, just hear me out. You would lie to. Why would someone lie to me about this? Why else? Because they want other people to suffer. Look, Jan, it's clear I know what you're up to. Really? Yeah, I do. You're trying to ruin. Look, I am happily married to Sheldon, the love of my life, who will always be with me. Then where all this is coming from? Saying that the fact is, Tina wanted you to act as Wilma's baby father to prevent Michael and her from reuniting. Meanwhile, outside the Fairfield Rich Manor, Michael's car arrived with him and Kristen inside. This is it. Look, before you charge in there, just know Jacob's a good person who has my son, which I'm gonna get back. All I'm saying is that guy's went through something you think I haven't. There's something you should know about him. What's that? Jacob has a separate alter who takes over his body against his will. Mainly, he's the reason to why you're in the Shadow Realm years ago. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Jennifer realized it's the divorce paper that Will's holding towards her. How did you? And Will slammed the papers back on the desk. I found this in our kitchen table when I asked you to get rid of these and you said yes. I know you lied to me. The thing is, were you ever happy with me? Of course I am. It's not happy enough. So you're willing to pretend you're happy with our marriage, even though that wasn't the case. Look, it's kind of like, really? I get it. You pick a fight with me about Carly when you were never in love with me. Well, I got one question, and I want an honest answer. And what's that? Do you still want to be married to me? Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Rachel, Aaron, Wilma, and Julian are talking. But there's no way in hell that's gonna happen. I won't let it. I'm afraid we're powerless against it, which is why we have to warn the entire city on what's to come. We're running out of time. I say let's go warn everyone. Hold on. Why don't we broadcast it on the news so there'll be time before the real panic takes hold? I don't think anyone's gonna buy our theory. I wouldn't be so sure. What do you mean by that? If we have some people who can remember, maybe there's a chance to save as many lives as possible. Meanwhile, someone is continuing to watch Aaron, Rachel, Julian, and Wilma from outside. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Sean and Angela's room, Vince and Angela are talking. Oh my God, this can't be true. I'm afraid so. Tina's been lying to all of us, including you, by having you play your emotions by passing Michael as our son. She has ruined so many lives, including mine, just as exactly. Look, I'm sorry for ever doubting you when I realized you wasn't the monster who I led to believe. In fact, you were blackmailed just like the rest of us. Look, I try not to let the blackmail threats get to me. Our daughter means so much to me, and I'm gonna protect her from all this. Yeah, I know. There's another reason to why I came. What's that? Despite what I feel for Elizabeth, I still love you. You mean that? Yeah, I do. The thing is, I was hoping you and I to start over as soon as possible. Meanwhile, at the Leaving Book Cafe, Paul and Lauren are talking. Answer this question. Why did you jump into a quick marriage with Jesse if you knew you and I were over? You know what? I don't have to answer to you. You know what? All you're doing is running away. You can go thousands of miles to another continent or another planet, but you know damn well in the end, you and I are going to be back together. Will you just listen to yourself to see how crazy that sounds? It's not crazy, because it's the truth. Lauren, I love you more than anything in this world, and there's no way I'm giving up on us without a fight. Then you're fighting a losing battle. Now, if you excuse me, I have work to do. It's not going to do itself. I heard about that. You at the hospital, being a doctor? That's real noble of you. How did you know I know everything? Remember, I have eyes over LA. Just know this conversation between us is far from done. And as Paul went and left the cafe, and as Lauren thinking. Meanwhile, at the Fairfield Ridge Manor in the kitchen, Jacob and Jan are talking. Damn it, I cannot believe I allowed myself to let her meddle in my life. Well, she's not getting away with it. She's in prison right now. Well, I think it's time I paid her an unexpected visit. And as Jacob got up and went to the living room with Jan towards the front door, just as someone knocked on it. Who is it? And as Jacob peeked at the side door window and came back, it's Michael and Kristen. Come on, open the door. And as Jacob turned to Jan, does he know? Why else would they be here unless they don't know? Look, follow me. And as they went upstairs to Dusty's room and went in and see him asleep. I don't want to lose him. Besides, he's already 7 and has grown up. He's gotten used to me and Charity being his parents. We're all that he got. Look, I know. I need you to watch while I talk to Michael and Kristen. I wish I can, but I can't. I have Vanessa to come by. Thanks. You're the best. Jacob, and as he stopped and turned back and faced Jan. What is it? Good luck. Same to you. And as Jacob went downstairs to the front, and as Jan thinking, I really hope this turns out well for everybody. Meanwhile, outside, Kristen and Michael are at the door. You know, you really should think about what you should say before he gets to the door. Look, I'm not going to attack him. I'm not. And you're right. Tina's lied to him as well. What's going to happen to us when you get your son back? What brought that on? That child was created by Wilma and you. Listen closely. I love you as my wife and partner, and you don't have to worry about losing me. And as Jacob got the door, and Michael and Kristen turned and face him. Meanwhile, at the Los Angeles International Hospital in Aaron's office, Will and Jennifer are talking. I take no response is exactly where you stand. Will, wait. It's not because what I did was love you, but I guess it wasn't enough. You should have told me. I wanted to, but I can't. And as her cell phone vibrates, and she get it. Hello? Sure. I'm on my way. And as Jennifer hung up. I'm not doing this anymore. If you want to be free from being married to me, you're about to get your wish. What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? And as Will got the pen and signed the divorce paper. Here you go. I believe you have somewhere to be. Look, we're done, Jennifer. I have work to do, so excuse me. And as Jennifer turned and left the office. Meanwhile, at the Grand Pub, Rachel, Aaron, Wilma, and Julian are talking. Look, Aaron and I are going to head back to the hospital to alert the staff to what's going on. Let's all meet here in 4 hours. Good call. And as Rachel and Aaron left and Julian came and kissed his wife Wilma and pulled back. What was that for? I love you, not only as my wife and partner. We're going to beat this in the end. Same here. And as they went and left the pub, just as someone afar continues to watch them and begin following them where they're going. Meanwhile, at the Seabrook Motel in Sean and Angela's room, Vince and Angela are talking. As much as I want to, I can't. Look, I understand. No, the reason is I'm marrying Sean Dawson tonight. I'm sorry, but you heard me. Sean and I are getting married tonight. Well, I'm happy for you. Really, I am. Anyways, I better be going. I'll be by, pick up Adriana in a few hours for the wedding. Okay. Anyways, it was good to see you, Angela. You too. And as they hug each other and pull away, and Vince left and closed the door. And it's Angela thinking, I've loved Vince so much that it hurts. But I can't back down now. I have to marry Sean tonight. It's the only way to ensure Adrian has a future. That we can have a family. But before I do that, it's time to pay a visit to the very person who has ruined my life.